Mr. Neih, we also had a chance to talk. Thank you for taking the time to come by. And in our conversation, we talked about Utah and their excitement for nuclear. It's base load, it's clean, it's reliable. I think as we get it up to scale, it will become more and more affordable, and Utah would love to be a leader in it. Could you just talk briefly about how we can better engage states? You and I talked about that a little bit, and how states can play a role in particularly expediting bringing them into their states.
Senator Curtis, thank you for that opportunity to meet with you prior to this hearing. As we discussed, I believe that the states are a very important stakeholder for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. The opportunities that I envision for building on the relationships between the state and the NRC as it relates to nuclear development are for the NRC to share as much information as possible about any nuclear projects that are being under consideration for NRC licensing, as well as explaining the process and the timelines of how NRC arrives at its safety decisions in any new nuclear project, and of course in the state of Utah if that comes before the agency.
Yeah, some of the things we talked about are helping states get years ahead of perhaps preparing sites and identifying sites, things that might expedite it coming up. I also mentioned to you, and I'll double down on it, any opportunities to run pilot programs. I think Utah would be very interested in participating with you and seeing if we can find some new innovative approaches. I'd like to shift a little bit to the Advanced Nuclear, or to the Advance Act. Inside that, I had a bill called the Advanced Nuclear Reactor Prize Act. Among other things, it was aimed at bringing predictability to innovators and to applicants. And as you know, we had UAMPS go through a very long process, and a number of things, including the unpredictability of it, eventually killed that application. What do you think, if confirmed, the NRC, what some of the steps they could take to ensure applicants have a more clear, understandable, predictable path ahead of them?
Thank you, Senator. In terms of predictability, I believe that the NRC, in providing clarity of its licensing process, and of course, the Advance Act is driving changes along with Executive Order 14300s on the licensing process itself. Having said that, the NRC can greatly enhance the predictability by clearly explaining the licensing process so applicants very well understand what is needed on their end to support a timely regulatory review, and the NRC can also clearly explain their commitments on timeliness and what to expect during the review.
Thank you. If confirmed, really look forward to working with you in the state of Utah and see what we can do.
Thank you.